Hello G, a very good evening to everyone. Welcome to the class. And today we are going to start with one more topic for the microeconomics. But before going to start with the microeconomics topic, that is the elasticity of demand, I have some announcement for you guys. Yes. So, what's the announcement? Announcement is this: get to know about something about the college Dekho. Yes. It is a platform which is providing you some classes in terms of your academic plus your other courses related classes which will get to help you, which will going to help you like to clearing your exams, to clearing your concept doubts and everything. So for all the details of about the courses and course structure and about the faculties too, and what was the course structure and how the classes are going to be held and in which mode or medium it's to be provided to you guys. So you all have to do one thing: click the description icon. There is some arrow is going, click over there. There's a proper information is given in the description box about the Google form, plus mobile number is also given, that is the helpline number of the college Dekho, wherever you may call and clear your doubts and inquiries too, whatever you want to know. Okay, so don't waste your time, do it fast. Okay, so you can easily clear your exam and complete your course on a timely manner. So today we are going to start with a topic, that is the elasticity of demand. Again, before going to start the topic, I first introduce myself to you guys. My name is Shaweta Loya and I'm a qualified company secretary by the profession, and I love the teaching, and here I am. So today, now this much of introduction is much more for today. So today we are going to start with one introduction topic of your microeconomics, that is the elasticity of demand. One more thing, guys, the introduction of demand and introduction of supply is also available on this channel with respect of the economics. Other subjects is also demo or introduction classes is also available on this channel. You may watch any of the class, all are completely free in the YouTube. And after that, if you want to enroll for some classes or some more concept clarity, as usual, again you have to be call on the respective number which is given in the description box. Okay. So, last two sessions of mine on the YouTube is all about the introduction of demand and introduction to supply. Both are completed as per the introduction point of view. Today we are expanding the topic with a point, that is the elasticity of demand. First of all, my concept to teach the student is like a little bit different. My theory regarding to understand the concept is a very simple one. Just take out the meaning of the word. So today also we are going to do that thing only, and side by side we can easily understand the concept what is actually elasticity of demand. No matter which course you are pursuing, no matter at all, elasticity of demand in terms of the microeconomics is always the same. So here the point, that is the elasticity of demand. Let's check out the word meaning of this word. First word is the elasticity. A very simple thing. If we see some normal elastic which we all are having at our home, when we stress that elastic, when we stretch it, and whenever we leave it, it's automatically compressed. What is that? How much did you stretch? How much time did you take to stretch that elastic? It is covered up within a same shape within a less time period as you take in the stretching. So it is what it's giving. It's giving you the response. It's providing you the response. That the elasticity, that means the response. And the topic is the demand. So today we are discuss some points in which we will going to check that how much demand is responding. When demand is responding, when demand is not responding. I hope doubt is clearing. One more thing, guys, if you want, if you have any doubt and if you want to ask in terms of a topic which all the faculties are providing or going to understand you on this channel, you may ask the doubt in the respective comment section of that video. And you will definitely get back the response and the your doubt clearance as soon as possible. So if you are having any doubt in my class too, so whatever, whichever or whatever video you were watching, just write down your doubt in the respective comment section. So today we're going to clear this concept that is the response of demand. What's the response? How the demand is response? Demand will be response in terms of when there is a change. Likewise, in our theory of demand, we know types of demand are of three types. One is price demand, second is the income demand, and third is the cross demand. So, whatever the types of a demand, that will automatically convert in the three types of elasticity of demand. Okay, so going to start with this point, that is response towards the demand. So the definition of elasticity of demand will be the responsiveness of the demand due to change in any determinants of demand. Likewise, determinants of demand. We are having a 6 determinants of demand. If there is any change commenced or occur in terms of change in, let's suppose the price. Let's suppose the prices changes. Then demand may be change or might be change in the respect of the favor way or in the respect of the unfavor way. Whatever the way there will be, that should be understand in our today's class. So when we use a word, denoted word or a single quote word, we say elasticity of demand will be ED. That will be equals to the proportionate change in demand upon proportionate change in let's suppose price. There may be a price, there may be an income, there may be price of the other person. We will going to discuss it. Hi, thank you so much for coming in the class. And Sanjay Desai. Dear, it's not for the engineering. It is a microeconomics, and microeconomics basically is for the commerce side students and for the art side students. Okay, ji? I hope your doubt may be cleared. So coming to the next point, or this formula may be written as ED equals to change in demand upon में change in price multiply P1 upon में D1. Simple. This is the elasticity of demand. And we are going to check it in a percentage point, proportionate basis. If let's suppose 10% change in a price and there is a 20% change in a demand, that time what would be the main percentage change in the response towards the demand? How much proportionate, or we can say a little bit change in a price giving the effect of the little bit change in a or maximum change in the demand. So what is that proportion? That proportion should be understood. Okay, that's why we are going to learn or discuss or understand the elasticity of demand. Likewise, as we know, that price elasticity. One second. Likewise, as we know, in terms of the price elasticity, yes, price will change, demand always affects because it is the main thing. If we are going to think that yes, whatever the demand is, we want that item or not, as we are willing to buy or not, that time first thing which affect us, that is the price. In a very simple way, we are going to understand this thing. As I want some mangoes, example, likewise it is the summer season and I love mangoes. So I want to purchase mangoes and I got to know that yes, mangoes are available in the market. So I went to the market and purchases, let's suppose I purchased 1 kg of mangoes. Reason? Because it's the first fruit of the season and it's just initially way it's started to coming in the market. So that time automatically the price will going to be high. It's automatically high because the vendor charged me 500 rupees for 1 kg of mango. As per the season of the mango is going on, that time the price is automatically defeated. Because sometimes when the availability of mangoes as a supplier providing the maximum amounts of mango in the market, that time price is automatically going to be reasonable rate. So what's the issue? When the prices increases, I will purchase only sufficient amount of 1 kg. When the price is at a mediocre, okay, it's a very reasonable 80-70 rupees per kg. So I will going to be purchased as per my need. After that, if there is suppose, let's suppose the mangoes amount are going to be so much down. Let's suppose it's going to be 25 rupees kg. Okay, definitely I will purchase more. So what's this effect? When the prices changes, the response is going to be changed. So today in our class, we are going to be start with the first point, that is the price elasticity of a demand. Price elasticity of demand. As here, we are not going to be discuss what is the other determinant factor. We are going to be understand in this point price elasticity of demand, that is the what is the main proportionate changes occurs while the price and demand changes in a different situation. Okay, I hope you will understand this point till now. So this is the no, class is not going to be over. I'm just announcing one thing. This class is a demo class. For all the respective classes or the sections part of this classes or this course, please inquire your respective queries in the given number which is provided in the description box. Don't forget to ask or feel to ask your doubts. Okay? So, Now come to the topic, that's the price elasticity of demand. Here we compare only price with a demand. Here we compare price versus demand. Here we compare price versus demand. In this situation, there is a first point, that is perfectly elastic demand. The word is a perfectly. For whom we use the word perfect? We use the word perfect for that person who's who is having everything perfectly matched this personality. That person have nothing like anyone can figure out. Okay, so it's a perfectly elastic demand. Perfectly means 100%, in which, in whom, or in that thing there is a nothing which we can point out. Elastic means response towards the demand. The word is stated that 100% response towards the demand. That is 100% response towards the demand. And here in this point, we are comparing price versus demand. If the 100% response is going to be change or going to be towards the demand only, 100 to 100%, that time the price of the goods is automatically changing in a 0%, because 100 is in a totality. If total 100 is going to the demand side, so here in the price side there is a 0% change. That means price is constant, because price is not changing and demand is changing. And the demand is changing. 100% response towards the demand. That means demand is changing and price is constant. So here is our graph. As I already told you, this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, it is a 0. Here we define independent variable. Here is your dependent variable. So here will be your demand. Here is your price. As price is a constant, any one level you can mark the point. Sometimes demand will be here, 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 but price is not changing. That time your demand graph will be, demand curve is horizontal in nature and parallel to the x-axis. Parallel to the x-axis. Next, EP equals to, under the price elasticity of demand, we are comparing the demand versus price. So here EP equals to infinite, because price is a constant. It is going on. Same way, demand is changing at all the certain points. Clear? Next point. In the price elasticity of demand, we are having the 5 points. First is the perfectly elastic, which we completed. Second point is perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic demand. So here perfectly means simple word meaning 100%. Perfect there. There is nothing in that thing which we need to be changed. It is a perfect. Inelastic matlab no response. Because elastic indicates as it's a response, it's a change. And inelastic means no response, no change in terms of a demand. And here we are comparing the price versus demand. If there is a 100% change, 100% no change in a demand, that means 0% change in a demand, that automatically converts at the 100% change in the price. So here 100% change in 100% change in price affects 0% change in demand. If we draw here its diagram, here same y-axis, here is the x-axis, and here it's a 0. Sometimes price will be P, sometime P1, sometime price is decreasing. But there is a no change in the demand. That means demand is stuck at one point. Let's suppose this is the point where the demand is stuck. No matter if the price increases or decreases, demand will be always called up. So under perfectly inelastic demand, EP equals to 0 and demand curve is vertical, parallel to y axis. This is the point that is demand in terms of a perfectly inelastic demand. So there is a true point in terms of a perfectly elastic and perfectly inelastic. Under the perfectly elastic, there is a total diversion or total change in the terms of a demand. That time your price will become the constant. And when there is a perfectly inelastic, that time it would be like there is a no change in the demand and 100% change in the price. Clear? Check. So moving ahead, there is a 5 points under the price elasticity of demand. Today we are going to be covered 3 points. First we already covered, that is the perfectly elastic demand, and second we covered, that is the perfectly inelastic in demand. So the third point is unitary elastic. After that we are left with the 2 points, that is the relatively elastic and relatively inelastic. So we are coming to the third point, that is a unitary elastic demand. So the word is a unitary, and this word is used for the equality. Equal response where in demand. That means if there is a 10% change in a price, same effect will be going in the demand also. If there is 10% prices increases, then demand is also decreases by the 10%. That means whatever the change occurs in between the price and a demand, that difference should be in equal in nature. Okay, so here let's suppose it's a price and it's a demand. If there is a price is hike by 10%, it's hike, then demand will also hike by 10%. 5% down by the demand will be decreases by 10%. Let's suppose 5% decrease in a price, then 5% increase in the demand. Going to be the same concept of the law of demand in terms of the inverse relationship between the price and the demand. But whatever the change would be occurred, that change would be like one is increases or second is decreases, but in a terms of the equality. So its diagram would be like this. It may be like this as we learn in the theory of demand or the introduction of demand chapter, or it would be like this type of. For that, it automatically is going to be the downward, but the shape may be changed, and the shape change is basically shows the proper and proportionate change. That means a equality change in between the price and the demand. So unitary elastic will be denoted as EP equals to 1. And it's a equality in a change, so it may become the EP equals to 1. So we are left with the 2 points. That is the relative elastic and relatively inelastic. So that points we are not able to cover in today's class. So we'll make a schedule of the next class, or you may ask for the more classes. You may inquire in the respective description. There is a contact number. So I just want to understand one more thing, guys, that when we are studying in terms of a demand, elasticity of demand, or an microeconomics topics, don't make a perception about the topics or economics that yes, it's on assumption basis, we have to be mug up these things. No, we don't need that. We need to be understand the point. And how do we understand the points in a very proper manner? Just make this theory of economics in your routine parts of exam. When we going in terms of a demand, when we going to the market or any place where we are going to be purchase or sell some item, so that time what will going to be happen? If you are a buyer, that time you need a goods and you have to pay. And let's suppose if you are a seller, that time you need to be sell the goods and take the money from that buyer. So here, when you are making your example or put yourself in some example, you're going to understand this concept within a second. As when you are a buyer, what you want? You want to buy that in a very less price and in a more quantity. So this is the main concept behind the demand. So, in terms of elasticity of demand, that in a different situation, what is the relationship between the price and the demand? So we are going. So we completed the 3 points in today's session. So we have completed that, and rest two are still left, but we are not able to be cover it in today's class. So please understand the concept. And if you are having any, still you are having any doubt, which I take in this session or in our past session, you may ask your doubts in a respective comment section, and also you may ask doubt on the respective number with a respective faculty name. Take the faculty name and give the point, and you may ask the doubts. So this is all for today. Soon we are going to meet you guys with a new and interesting topic on this YouTube channel of the College Dekho. And again, I am saying don't waste your time by searching more things. If you want to clear your exams in a very effective and very efficient or very superb, or we can say flying color marks, So don't waste time. Just subscribe this channel and share too and like also. And if you want to take the whole syllabus classes, then you may call on the respective number which is given in the description box, and also the Google form you also make filed up in a very respective and a correct and accurate information, so the team can easily talk with you. So this is all for today, and all the information given by me is also very useful for you guys. So meet up soon in the full sessions of the class.